Hey guys, it's Cugsly and welcome back to another video. So, I was thinking to myself while playing some random game and actually making something too. I had a weird dream last night and I thought to myself, oh hey, you know what I can do about that weird dream before I forget it and lose that memory forever? Why don't I tell you guys about my weird dream and first of all see how many people care about it and also, just have a little fun with it. So, if you guys like this, I might turn this into like a series and just see how deep the rabbit hole goes, kind of stuff, But I guess I'll just get straight into it. So I had this dream about, what was it, last night or 2 nights ago? Something like that. And it was weird. So I was an astronaut in space, and everything was going all fine and dandy, right? But then what happened was I got stranded out into the open fields of space. It was I guess not really fields, is it? It's more like space. So I got stranded in space, and that was very unpleasant because, no one could hear me scream. I was in a void. And I remember these aliens picked me up, and I thought to myself, oh god. And then there's this one part where suddenly I was hurling towards a black hole, and I think I went in the black hole. For some reason I was a different person. I don't know why. It's like one moment I was me, and the next moment I was me but not me. Point is though, I was in first person the entire time. And the me who fell into the black hole woke up in this alien place, and the me who got abducted turns out was a past person who had been abducted, and they died. And see, what happened was that they got abducted by the same race, and they caused some havoc or something like that, and they were put in a little alien jail, right? And they wrote some notes, but they ran out of paper after a while, or ink. No, I think it was they ran out of ink because no, they got executed. It was like day 28. Yeah, they got executed. I was trying to remember that now. Then there's blank pages because they were dead. So yeah, that was interesting. I woke up in this room, in this like little jail area, right? And I'm like, oh god, I'm in space jail. That doesn't look too pleasant. And so, I wasn't freaking out per se, but I was a little depressed at the fact that, my life is coming to an end here of all places, off of Earth, in the most unpleasant way possible. And I find this notebook, and I'm like, oh, whew, thank God, a notebook. I can, at least I can read or something, or maybe it'll teach me something, right? And it taught me absolutely nothing. The person who wrote that notebook had absolutely zero clue what was going on, just as much as I did, right? In fact, probably less, in all honesty, because they didn't have a notebook to read. I mean, sure, the notebook wasn't exactly very extensive, but it had something in it compared to nothing, right? And so I read this, and I get to day 28, and I'm like, no, don't die. But it was very obvious that, she was already dead because the notebook was there, and she wasn't. Yeah, it was a she, by the way. I don't know the name, but I don't know. I'm gonna say Miranda. Yeah, Miranda. That sounds like a name, right? Miranda? Yeah. So Miranda was dead, and the notebook was her legacy to me, at least. And I'm like, oh well. Whew. Let's see how long I last. And then the aliens come by, and they're like, oh, you're gonna... Well, actually, they weren't really speaking English. They just kind of grabbed me and threw me into this big old courtroom. And I mean, they were just... Like, for example, like, let's say that right here is... No, let's say, like, right here is where the head aliens are, like, the judges. There were just seats around, like a stadium, like a semicircle stadium. Just, like, a bunch of seats in, like, a semicircle, right? Around this one little guy. And I was over here. And then there was actually an aisle right here. And then, like, the big little area, and there was like this golem guy. I'll get onto him, right? Point is though, before that, I was sitting there, and I swear it was the weirdest thing. Suddenly they're doing things, and I had an alien lawyer, but he didn't really care about me because I was an alien to him, right? Just as much as they were aliens to me, I was an alien to them. So I mean, I can't really blame them for being I guess a little xenophobic. I mean, it's their culture, I guess, but it wasn't very pleasant on my end because of the fact that I was suffering from their xenophobia, and that still feels really loud. I don't know, it's probably quiet. I'd like to think that the music's too quiet. Better than too loud. So then all of a sudden all the aliens stood up, and they did this weird... have you guys seen Yakuza 0 that Munancho thing? It's like that, but different, and they did that, and so I kind of followed along with them, and they looked like decently happy that I was trying to follow their culture, and like, oh, you know, maybe this guy's not so bad, but we're still gonna hold him on trial and kill him if we don't like him. And I'm trying to look around here. I don't want to use these, but I think I'm gonna have to use one of these. Ooh, watch this. Oh, watch, it's gonna go down really far. No, I'll wait. But yeah, so, and they stand up again, they do another thing, and I actually couldn't stand up properly because of the fact that I was in a desk area. It was really weird. Let's not go too deep into it. Point is, I wasn't able to do it properly, and you know, they appreciated the effort though, so I mean, at least they were kind enough to appreciate my effort, because I tried. I really did. And it might not have been good enough for them, but it was an effort that I put in, and I wanted to make them happy. And I think I did an okay job. So, no, let's not do that one. Let's do this one. What I've wasted there. Oh, there's 4. Alright, and so, now let's go on from that, right? Now there was this golem, and I was able to know what the golem was doing. So apparently, and now this is going to sound really dark and twisted, the golem, I'm calling him the golem because he looked like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, or Smeagol, whatever you want to call him, right? So he was eating a human arm, or he was eating an arm. It looked like a human arm, but then again, the aliens were also made out of flesh, as you'd expect. So now I'm not so sure. I mean, what if they weren't? You know, the alien, he was eating a person, he was eating a living being's body, right? In a very cannibalistic-like way. Only it's only he was eating it in a very ravenous, there we go, ravenous way. He was not messing around. You know, he was hungry. And the reason he was doing it, which I gathered, was because he was like scouting out to see if the person had a weapon on them. And we're getting close to the end of my dream here before I woke up. And I was in there, and I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have any weapons on me. And I must have looked really nervous because he smelled me. Now he didn't directly go up to me and actually give a good whiff, right? That would have been weird. I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure he has some kind of standards. I don't want to impose faulty standards upon him, but I'm pretty sure there was some kind of code of conduct that he would have had to follow, because I feel like it'd be a little odd to just suddenly up and sniff someone, right? But you know, he sensed me in a very unsettling way. I was unsettled. And this golem guy, he's like, oh, do you have a weapon on you? And I'm like, oh, no. Well, he didn't actually ask me, but I knew what he was looking at me for, and I'm like, oh, shit. And so he gets up and he comes towards me, and I'm like, no, I don't have a gun on me, I don't have a knife on me, I'm clean. And he rips off my arm and starts eating me, and I'm like, ah. Well, I'm more like screaming in pain, and I wake up, thank God, and I realize, wow, that was an odd dream. There are many things in my life that I would love to experience, and that I can guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, is not one of them in any capacity whatsoever. I hope to never experience that. In fact, honestly, anyone who does want to experience that, I wish for you the best, but you may want to reconsider your wish to experience that, because I can guarantee, from first-hand experience, or at least as close to first-hand as you can get without actually experiencing it, it was not very pleasant having my arm ripped off by Smeagol and having him eat it. To, you know, come to think of it, it's kind of odd that he was ripping off my arm to see if I had a weapon on me. I mean, I guess, like, if I had a weapon, I would have shot him, but then who knows what he would have done to me then. I mean, if I did have a weapon on me, oh God, what would he have done? You know, I mean, he was pretty vicious when I had nothing on me. I mean, if I had a gun on me, who knows? But yeah, that was my dream. And I feel I had another dream at one point too, but I can't remember what it was. I waited too long to tell someone. So I may make this a series where I just tell my dreams so I can remember them, and so everyone else can remember them too. This is a burden that you have to carry now. I've infected you. You could have gone your entire life without knowing the dream that I've had, and now you know it. For at least the vent gets louder. For at least a short amount of time, you know my dream. It lives. Well, that's about it. I'm gonna end the video. Actually, no, I'm gonna try to beat this really quickly. I'm probably gonna fail, but you know what? I've already talked about the slide whistle dream. I'm not gonna do that one. I'm trying to remember what other dream I had. It's not coming to me. It's unknown to me what that dream was. I'm trying very hard to remember it. I just can't seem to get a grasp on it, though. I, it's like on the tip of my brain, not my tongue, my brain. It's really close, but I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed. I feel very close to understand, like to remembering what it was, but I just can't seem to get it. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I'm gonna end the video now. Actually, I'm not gonna stretch this out any longer. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream. And with that, bye bye.